The Starry Tale of the Hyades, A Journey Through the Skies. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Once upon a time, in a land far, far above the clouds, there was a sparkling cluster of stars known as the Hyades. These stars were not just any ordinary stars. They were special, and they had a story to tell. Let's embark on a magical journey to learn all about the Hyades, their ancient tales, the science behind them, and the wonders they hold in the night sky. What are the Hyades? Are a beautiful star cluster in the constellation Taurus. The bull. If you look up at the sky on a clear night, you might spot them forming a V shape, which makes up the face of the bull. The brightest star in Taurus, a red giant named Al, looks like it's part of the Hyades, but it's actually just a neighbor passing by. Aldebaran is much closer to Earth, while the Hyades are about 153 light-years away. The Hyades are one of the closest star clusters to Earth, making them a favorite for astronomers and stargazers alike. The cluster is made up of hundreds of stars, but only a handful are bright enough to see without a telescope. These stars are bound together by gravity, like a big family holding hands in space. The science of the Hyades. The stars in the Hyades are siblings. They were born from the same cloud of gas and dust billions of years ago. Over time, they've drifted apart, but they're still connected by gravity, like a family holding hands across the sky. Scientists love studying the Hyades because they're so close to Earth. By learning about these stars, we can understand how stars are born, how they grow, and even how they eventually grow old. Some of the stars in the Hyades are young and hot, while others are older and cooler. It's like a big family reunion with stars of all ages. Here are some cool scientific facts about the Hyades. Age. The Hyades are about 625 million years old. That's older than the dinosaurs. Distance. They are 153 light-years away from Earth. This means the light we see from them today started its journey 153 years ago. Movement. The stars in the Hyades are moving together through space. In about 50 million years, they'll look very different from how they look today. Brightness. The brightest stars in the Hyades are yellow and orange giants, which are older stars that have used up most of their fuel. The ancient tales of the Hyades. Long ago, before telescopes and science, people looked up at the stars and saw more than just twinkling lights. They saw stories. The Hyades were named after the nymphs from Greek mythology. These nymphs were the daughters of Atlas, the titan who held up the sky, and Aethra, an ocean nymph. The story goes that the Hyades were very kind and loving. They had a brother named Hyades, who was a great hunter. One day, while hunting, Hyades was tragically killed by a wild animal. The Hyades were so heartbroken that they cried and cried. Their tears fell to earth as rain, and the gods, moved by their sorrow, placed them in the sky as stars. To this day, the ancient Greeks believed that when the Hyades appeared in the sky, it meant rainy weather was coming. In another version of the myth, the Hyades were the nurses of the god Dionysus, who was the god of wine and celebration. They cared for him when he was a baby, and as a reward, Zeus placed them in the sky as stars. The Hyades around the world. The Hyades weren't just important to the Greeks. Many cultures around the world have their own stories about these stars. Ancient China. In Chinese astronomy, the Hyades were part of a larger group of stars called the Net. They were associated with rain and were used to predict the weather. Maori of New Zealand. The Maori people saw the Hyades as a fishing net. They called the cluster Matariki, which is also the name for the Pleiades, another star cluster nearby. Aboriginal Australians. Some Aboriginal groups believed the Hyades were a group of women dancing in the sky. Native Americans. The Lakota people saw the Hyades as a group of buffalo skulls, representing strength and survival. Fun facts about the Hyades rainmakers. In many cultures, the Hyades are associated with rain. Their appearance in the sky often coincides with the rainy season. Star siblings? The stars and the Hyades are about 625 million years old. That's older than the dinosaurs. Moving stars. The Hyades are slowly drifting through space. In about 50 million years, they'll look very different from how they look today. A starry bull. The Hyades form the face of Taurus, the bull Aldebaran. The bright red star is the bull's fiery eye. Galactic neighbors. The Hyades are part of the Milky Way galaxy, just like our Sun. They're located in the Orion Arm, one of the spiral arms of our galaxy. How to find the Hyades? If you want to see the Hyades for yourself, the best time to look is during the winter and early spring. Here's how to find them. Look for Orion, the hunter, with his famous belt of 3 stars. To the right of Orion, you'll see the bright red star The V shape of the Hyades will be right there, forming the bull's face. If you have binoculars or a small telescope, you'll be able to see even more stars in the cluster. It's like a treasure hunt in the sky. The Hyades. And you, the next time you look up at the night sky, remember the Hyades and their story. They not just stars. They a reminder of how people from all over the world have looked up at the same sky and seen stories, science, and wonder. Whether you see them as rain-bringing nymphs, a fishing net, or a dancing group of women, the Hyades are a beautiful part of our shared human history. And who knows? Maybe one day you'll be the one to discover new secrets about the stars and share them with the world. Until then, keep looking up and let the stars guide your imagination. Activities to explore the Hyades star map. Draw your own star map and mark where the Hyades are located. Myth writing. Create your own myth about the Hyades. What story would you tell? Stargazing night. Plan a stargazing night with your family or friends. See if you can spot the Hyades and Taurus in the sky. Rain experiment. Learn about how rain forms and why ancient cultures linked the Hyades to rainy weather. The end. The Hyades are more than just stars. They're a bridge between science and storytelling, connecting us to the past and inspiring us to explore the future. So, the next time you gaze at the night sky, remember the Hyades and their magical tale. The stars are waiting for you to discover their secrets.